Hello everyone, it's Meg. Today we are going to be talking about all of the books that I want to read this autumn. I must admit I am not ready for autumn. I know a lot of people are, especially a lot of people here on BookTube and in the book community. I am not, because we have literally had like, I don't know, 2 weeks of summer, maybe 2.5, 3 at a push here in the UK. And I don't feel like I've had that enough sun and warm weather to be like, yes, I am ready for autumn now, ready for all like the coziness, the beautiful weather. I mean, I do look forward to that, but I'm just not ready for the darkness and the coldness and all the rest of it. I am not looking forward to it because, like I said, not had my fair share of sunshine this summer, which is so sad. I really hope next summer is a lot better because it's been rather cold and wet, just like winter. So yeah, but I hope that these books will like bring a little bit of sunshine into my autumn. And I have a fairly small TBR. I'm not expecting to read all of these. I'd like to. Whether the reality happens is another question entirely. But autumn is a short season, so I'm going to just read whatever I can of these. I have a nice selection of books. I have historical fiction, I have a reread, I have like contemporary like murder mystery, I even have poetry, non-fiction, manga. I have all sorts. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So I'm going to talk about the series that I'm currently reading, because I know I'll be reading it into the autumn, just because there are a lot of volumes in this series and obviously it might take me a little bit of time to kind of get hold of them and read them all. So that is the Kimi ni Todoke From Me to You manga series, and I will hopefully have a vlog coming out after this video where I was reading the first 10 volumes around of this series, and I'm currently on volume 7, which is the one I'm currently reading when I am filming this video. And I discovered the anime for this series only a couple of weeks ago now, and I binged watched all 3 seasons in a week. And I went slightly feral after that, and I needed to read the manga immediately. So I bought the first 10 volumes. I've also ordered up to volume 14. It is quite hard to get hold of some of the volumes, so I might have to read some of it like online or through an ebook until I can get my hands on physical copies. I haven't read a book series in such a long time, and I haven't been really invested in a TV show in a long time. So it was just really nice to kind of feel invested in the characters and the story and just enjoy my time like watching the anime, and now obviously reading the manga. I'm really enjoying the manga so far. Hopefully you guys will have more of my thoughts kind of hopefully when this vlog comes out, if I end up finishing it and posting it. But yeah, this is just like really cute, like coming of age, high school, slice of life kind of story about first love, about friendship, about coming out of your shell and making your way in the world. Yeah, I'm just really having a fun time, and it's definitely bringing like a lot of light and a lot of joy into my world at the moment. Now we have a very important book selections next, because if you guys probably don't know who, if you are newer, I write poetry. I would love poetry to be part of like my career one day. And I have been absolutely awful and not read a single poetry collection this year, which is absolutely abominable. And I want to change that, because I have quite a few poetry books on my shelf, I've just not read them yet. One's on my TBR, that is. So I've got 2 here. I'm going to say I want to read one of them this autumn. I mean, 2 would be great, but I think more realistically I'm going to end up reading one of them. So we're going to make a change, and we're going to make sure that I read some poetry, and you guys can hold me accountable for that, because like I said, really need to read some poetry because I'm a very bad poet for not doing so. So my 2 options, I don't know which one I'm going to read, it's going to be very much mood reading based, is The Air Year by Caroline Bird or Makeover by Laurie Bolger. I am really excited to read both of these. I know I've heard so many good things about Caroline Bird. I got this in Bath last year, And Laurie Bolger, I've done some amazing workshops with her in the past, writing workshops online. I like and adore both of them. And I've not read any of their work yet, so it's going to be one of these. This is more of like a collection, and then this is like a little pamphlet. Yeah, I don't know which one I'm going to choose. Like I said, it'd probably just be more like a mood moment, but yeah, definitely going to choose one of these and read them. And I might have to do some forfeit for myself if I don't, because like I said, been a terrible poet, not reading any poetry this year at all. Next up I have a non-fiction which I bought quite recently actually, and that is I Want to Die But I Want to Eat Tteokbokki. I'm not going to pronounce the author's name because I will butcher it through and through. However, I feel like quite a few of you guys will have heard about this book. I have as well. I think there's been a sequel to this that has recently come out, and from what I gather it is like a part like memoir, part non-fiction, part self-help book about our author and her conversations that she has had with her psychiatrist. And it sounds really intriguing, and I've heard so many good things about it, and the reviews seem to be like top-notch, raving. So I bought this when I was in London last week and I just wanted to go for it, and I obviously love the cover. Like the colours are absolutely stunning. But yeah, I've just heard really good things about it, and I want to read more translated fiction, and this is translated from Korean, I believe it is Korean. Yeah, it's translated from Korean. So yeah, I just want to give it a go, see what I think. It's under 200 pages, it's very short. So yeah, I'll definitely want to give it a go and kind of get back into like my little non-fiction era. Now it is time for the genre of autumn, or at least for me in any case, and that is historical fiction. You guys should know that I could not include a little bit of historical fiction in this video. So I have a reread and I have a book that I've been meaning to read for ages but just not got around to. So my reread is A Single Thread of Moonlight by Laura Wood. It is time for me to reread this book. I got it a couple of years ago, got an early copy, little package from the publishers, which was amazing, and I really enjoyed it. And this book is set in autumn. I think it's set from maybe like September to maybe November, so kind of like, you know, perfect autumn time. And I am excited to re-annotate it in pen, because this is annotated all in pencil. Yeah, I'm just really excited to like reread it and delve back in. I know it'll be like a quick, like fun read, and this is obviously the first step into Laura's like kind of like mystery, badass, like girls kind of era. So yeah, this is my first historical fiction that I want to read. And then the second pick that I have for historical fiction is Bloomsbury Girls by Natalie Jenner. And Natalie Jenner wrote the Jane Austen Society, which I read a couple of years ago with a readathon with Kira. I think it was our fall into autumn readathon. And I obviously want to read Natalie's other book. And this is not exactly a companion novel, but it does include one of the characters from the Jane Austen Society in this book when she is older. So this is set in 1950s London, and it's basically about these three women who work in Bloomsbury Books, which is a bookshop, I believe. And I think there are lots of rules that these three women are not allowed to break, and I think they basically go and break all of them. And I think it's going to be a beautiful feminist novel of like these like women like post-war just like coming into their own, taking charge. It just sounds like a fun, inspiring time, and I'm so ready for it because I loved the Jane Austen Society so much. So I'm really looking forward to diving into this, especially since I've had it for quite a while, so it'll be really fun to finally get round to reading it. Next up we have Murder on a School Night by Kate Weston. And I love Kate Weston. She wrote The Diary of a Confused Feminist Duology, and this is her next kind of series in YA. I don't know if this is going to be a series, but it's a duology because the second book came out this summer, maybe like about a month ago from when I filmed this video. But This is the closest I will ever get to a murder mystery or anything. I wouldn't say, I'm assuming this isn't thrillery, but it's the most mystery thing I'm ever going to get to, because I'm not really a mystery person or a thriller or anything along those lines. It's not my bag. So this is mixed with Kate's humour, and obviously, like I said, a bit of mystery and a little bit of murder thrown in there as well. I'll read to you on the back what this book is about, so then you get a better idea of what it is about. All Kerry wants to do is stay at home with her rom-coms and strict retainer schedule. Instead, her BFF Annie is roped into going to their first sixth form party to investigate who's cyberbullying Heather, the most popular girl in school. On the cusp of kissing the hottest guy in school, Kerry discovers the body of Heather's second-in-command suffocated with a menstrual cup. Within days, another student turns up dead, this time with a sanitary pad across the eyes. Now Annie and Kerry are officially on the case to stop the menstrual murder. Period. I think this is going to be a really fun book. Obviously, like, if you've read Diary of a Confused Feminist, there's a lot of like feminist and like different feminist topics and all that sort of thing. So I think this is going to be a fun time. I don't really know what to expect. I did read the first chapter last year for like a little, when I was reading the first chapter of a couple of books to see what I wanted to read, and I did enjoy it, so I think it's going to be very funny. Obviously have little bits of feminism thrown in there, and yeah, I think it's just going to be like a fun time, and definitely going to try and read this in October because obviously Halloween month, so I think it'll be perfect for then. And the last book is one that I'm probably going to read next, and that is Blue Sisters by Coco Mellors. The hype around this book has been real, and I've actually given into it this time, seeing as I read Cleopatra and Frankenstein last year and really enjoyed it, and I've heard even better things about this book. And I don't know much about it apart from the fact that it's about 4 sisters, and I believe one of them has passed away, and I don't know, maybe it's about them returning together and like reminiscing on memories or something. I'm not quite sure, but I just heard really stunning things about this book. And obviously it deals with things like grief and sisterhood. I'm sure it will deal with, like, you know, friendship within like your sisterhood and stuff like that. And yeah, I'm just really looking forward to reading it. Like I said, it's going to be the one that I read next after I've finished all of the Kimi ni Todoke mangas that I currently own. But yeah, I think it's going to be such a fun time. I'm really looking forward to it, and I just really hope it lives up to my expectations, just like it has for everybody else. So those are all of the books that I'm hoping to read this autumn. Like I said, I would like to get to all of these. I don't know if I actually will, seeing as I have definitely been on a go slow with reading this year. But, you know, I'm going to try my best, see how far I get, and then if not, I will transfer these onto my winter TBR, which is kind of mad that I even need to start thinking about that now. Let me know in the comments which of these books you think I should read first after Blue Sisters, obviously, because this is going to be my next read. But let me know which of these books you have read, which ones you enjoyed the most, and the type of books or particular book that you want to read this autumn, because I know that autumn is a very beloved season in this community. I guess because of all like the coziness and like the beautiful like scenery and the changing colours and like, you know, all the cozy snacks and drinks and all that fun stuff. So yeah, let me know in the comments what books are on your autumn TBR as well. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you have not already. I will leave all of my social media in the description down below for you guys, along with my Goodreads, if you would like to see more bookish content that you will not find on this channel. But thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you so much, and hopefully I will see you again very soon. Bye guys!